I am vengeance. I am the night. I am Batman.
No, that's not how it goes. It's, I am Batman.
No.
I am Batman.
Okay, wait. Check this out, though. Check this out.
Where is he? Where is he?
Huh?
Where is he? Where is he?
Are you barking? Where is he?
Do you got marbles in your mouth? Why are you so grumbly?
I am Batman.
It's coming off really, really angry. I don't know.
Batman has anger.
Well, he does, but does he bark?
I'm Batman.
You're turning into Nixon.
Well, I'm turning into Christian Bale's back to Nixon.
I'm not a crook.
But seriously, I'm Batman. Everybody, this is Jpar, and you are listening to the We Promise Nothing Show. This week, we have Lipp, and we have Da Boo. But before we get things started, I'd like to remind everyone that all the great music on the show is brought to you by SoundsLikeAnEarful.com. If you need great music for your podcast, check them out. SoundsLikeAnEarful.com. Alright, so we're jumping aboard the Batman vs. Superman hype train, I suppose, and we're gonna review Batman this week, and next week we're gonna probably review some god-awful Superman movie, I'm sure. Miles couldn't be here this week, but he told me all the Superman movies are his favorite movies, especially Superman Returns. And you know what?
Serious?
And he even told me he changed his mind about The Revenant. He said he loves The Revenant now. He watched it again, totally changed his perspective. And if he has anything different to say about it, then he can be on next week and say otherwise.
Ooh.
I think Miles mildly dislikes them.
Anyway, say hello, Boo and Lipp.
Hey, guys.
Hey, everybody. How's it going tonight?
Alright, so like I said, we are going to review Tim Burton's Batman. Some facts on the movie. Take it away, Lipp and Boo.
Alright, so Jack Nicholson said of his role, "The thing I like about the Joker is that his sense of humor is completely tasteless. He later said the Joker was one of his favorite roles he played."
That's awesome.
Oh, it was also considered the highest-grossing movie of 1989 as well.
Oh, that doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, that's pretty interesting. Michael Keaton was unable to hear while wearing the Batsuit. He said that his claustrophobia helped him get into the proper mood to play Batman. It made me go inward, and that's how I wanted the character to be anyways, to be withdrawn. So, that's what he said. Yeah, I found that was pretty interesting.
And apparently you can't, turn your neck in the Batsuit, right?
Oh, no, well, the rubber didn't look that flexible.
From what I hear, you can't really turn your neck in it.
So, Jack Nicholson revealed in an interview that the strange dance the Joker does when he exits Vicky Vale's apartment, when he raises his arms, blows a raspberry, and runs off, was something called the bird dance, which he improvised during the take. He took it from a friend of his, actor Clegg Hoyt. So, this is the first Batman adaptation to depict the Joker's origin story?
Yes.
Which I thought was pretty interesting.
And that's something I think I said to Boo as we were watching it, is that this is the only known origin story that I know of the Joker. Even in the comic itself, I don't think you really see an origin story for him.
Well, in The Killing Joke, there's a bit of an origin story.
There is. And also used to be, the Red Hood?
Yes, yeah.
I don't know if that's really a part of his original story. Really, DC has, changed the continuity on their characters, quite a bit. So it's really hard to say. It hasn't been, one consistent continuity like Marvel had until they recently changed it.
This next one I thought was pretty interesting. It's actually one thing that I absolutely love about Batman. It's the only live-action Batman film to feature only one supervillain from the comics.
Oh, that's true, eh?
All the other ones have several villains. It's a big thing, you want more bad guys and stuff, right?
Because even Batman Begins had two. It had Ra's al Ghul and Scarecrow. Something I also pointed out to Boo, the guy who plays Alfred in these movies, these four Batman movies, the original four, I can't say the original four, because the original ones are the Adam West ones, right? These would be
The 90s, 80s, late 80s and 90s versions?
The ones that we know, because these are the ones
Yeah.
we grew up with, right? But, like, so basically Batman, Batman Returns, Batman Forever, and Batman and Robin, it was the same guy who played Alfred in all 4 of those roles. There hasn't even been the same guy to play Batman 4 times. The most is Christian Bale. He's played Batman 3 times.
I like that fact. That's actually a really interesting one.
I didn't even have to look up an IMDb for that one.
This one's pretty interesting, actually. I never thought of this. But neither Tim Burton nor Michael Keaton had any previous exposure to the Batman comic books before making this film.
Yeah, that is interesting. Although I do hear that Tim Burton based this story and really got the ideas of this. It was inspired by a comic called The Killing Joke. And I hear he had that on set when he was making the Batman movie. He was kind of inspired by that.
Yeah, it's a very good comic.
At least I'm pretty sure. I mean, you have the copy, and I think you lent it to me, and I read that in there.
Yep. I believe it says that in there. Like, I have the deluxe edition, and I was reading it the other day, but I didn't read that specifically. So, okay, for me, Jack Nicholson plays an amazing Joker. But here's some other celebrities that were considered for the role of the Joker. William Dafoe.
Oh, wow. And he ended up being Green Goblin.
Yep. David Bowie.
Oh, wow. The Goblin King.
John Lithgow.
And excellent villain in Cliffhanger and Dexter.
Tim Curry and James Woods.
Wow, Tim Curry even as well. And James Woods. Wow, those are like all the best villain actors right there.
But for me, I just feel like Jack Nicholson really did it. He plays really good. But like any of those guys could have made an amazing
Oh
Joker.
my god, all those guys are like the best villains. I mean, minus Alan Rickman's not in that list, but I mean, goddamn.
Yeah, he plays more serious.
Yeah. Well, he's also got the accent too. He wouldn't be able to do a Joker.
Yeah, so those are some interesting facts. Oh, Tim Burton hired Danny Elfman to compose the music score. Initially, John Peters was skeptical of hiring Elfman, was later convinced when he heard the opening number. Just that, dramatic Batman intro.
And they also continued that theme over on Batman the Animated Series.
Absolutely, it become very iconic for...
For a while, it was the Batman song.
Yeah,
it
I
took
believe,
over the cheesy... No, 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 no.
Yeah, absolutely. It's ushered in a brand new era for Batman, I feel. Almost with that song, that dark, ominous tone, the dark tone Batman took in, after this film.
This whole movie changed the tone for Batman. Everyone's idea of Batman was him running around with Boy Wonder and those tights, and everyone made gay jokes about them. And then, this movie came out, and then suddenly Batman was a badass. Again. I'm sure he was a badass before. I don't remember. Well, I remember he was always cool. Like I said, I was explaining earlier, my introduction to Batman is I thought he was I kind of always saw him as he could be a bad guy or a good guy. Because I knew sometimes he went against Superman, because I remember one of the first comics I saw with him was one of my cousin's comics. And he was actually, I'm like, well, why is Batman fighting Superman? It made no sense to me. And automatically I guess you think Superman's the good guy, right? So it's like, oh, well, it must be Batman who has the problem, right? He's the bad guy.
Yeah, and he also said Batman doesn't always get along with the police in the comic book, so you naturally think he's kind of a bad guy sometimes, but he does good.
Did you know that the original line, I'm Batman, was supposed to be originally, I am the Knight?
Oh,
so
really?
Apparently Keaton was the one that decided that at the last second, apparently.
Oh, wow.
So we get to live on with that quote from here on in.
That's awesome, because that's the line. Anyone who, wants to... They're like, I'm Batman. Is that, or where is he? What's the other thing people do? I am vengeance. I am the Knight. I'm justice.
I'm Batman has to be the most common thing said as Batman.
Oh yeah, that's everyone who impersonates Batman. That's their go-to. I'm Batman. So and it's funny. So I mean, obviously improv by Michael Keaton, as you just learned and we just learned here. Mm-hmm. And I'm trying to say obviously repeated many times what I was trying to say. And even in the Christian Bale flick, the first one, Batman Begins, he says it. I'm Batman. And also, I found that when also the Batman Begins also copied a lot of things from this. Actually, just everything. Everything I know and I like about Batman is influenced from this movie.
Absolutely.
The animated series.
I mostly grew up with the animated series, but the animated series is based tons on this movie. Just how dark it is. The dark tone Batman the Animated Series
This-
has is amazing.
This is the Batman that everyone embraced.
Yeah.
This is when Batman became cooler than Superman. Right?
Yeah, I would say so.
For sure. This is when he jumped, he leaps and bounds over Superman, became
badass.
the most popular character for DC.
I'd agree with that. Because Superman still had that goody two shoes, kind of attitude. For me at least. Batman's more badass.
Well, yeah.
Once he dropped that, Adam West 1960 Batman kind of, where it's like corny, cheesy comedy. Once that's gone, it's more badass Batman. I'm on board.
And that's the Batman that everyone's embraced too.
I would say yeah.
Like, I mean, Nolan trilogy totally reeks of the darkness that was from this, that was inspired by this.
Yeah.
And not to say that, like, Batman wasn't dark in the comics, but it was just,
Well, yeah. And I think, like, the comics, Batman is not so dorky. He is, dark.
even though, and then, like, Bob Kane, if you see the old drawings by Bob Kane, like, Batman's smiling all the time. Which is so funny. So even, like, the original, like, version of, like, Batman, he's not the dark. The darkness. He's not the night. He's not the dark knight.
Like a lot of little facts, actually. I kind of want to rewatch the movie now, actually, and then I'm looking these up. But during the Axis raid, when the thug gets caught up in Batman's rope, he yells to be let down repeatedly, but his mouth doesn't move. So if we're not paying attention, it's
just a
one of
little
those-
goof on there.
Yeah. And not to mention, when the Joker cuts up the pictures and Bob starts to laugh, the laughter starts before Bob's mouth opens. Just like, okay, how do you screw
A
that
little
up?
bit of ghost laugh.
Talk about pitching your voice.
All right, so let's talk about this movie. I mean, I think we've already been talking about it a bit, but I mean, like, let's talk about our own personal opinions about it. This, like I said, I think I've already said, like, this just changed Batman in my eyes. He became a different thing. He became that symbol that he is now. And which is like a guy, just a normal guy who can do what all the other superheroes do with no powers. He's just a man. And that's what makes him so kick-ass, because he can outsmart or outfight almost any superhero. Or maybe even every superhero. Who knows? How good is he?
Are you describing what your thoughts were of the character after this
Well, I'm
film,
just saying
or-
what this film did. It really changed Batman and put it on the map. And when you open it up, you see this gothic city, and it's Gotham City. And it just looks like a cathedral. Like, every building has, like, gargoyles on it, darkness.
Since they wanted to go gothic, you said it was a good choice they picked Tim Burton.
And
for
that's,
that
yes.
dark style that
Exactly.
he's known for.
If you want a dark gothic Batman, who better to go to than Tim Burton himself? And he really brought it out in this movie.
Absolutely.
It shines.
There's so many gargoyles in the back of scenes, fight scenes and stuff. Fighting up on the bell tower.
Even when Joker dies, he's attached to a gargoyle.
Yeah.
Spoiler.
That's right.
Yeah, but I
Batman
mean,
kills in this.
something else that's great about, you were saying he kills, and I was like, I almost wanted to disagree with you, and then you pointed, I'm like, see, I'm like, oh, I guess he kills. Where was I going with
dark.
this?
He kills people.
Yeah, it is dark.
He actually
Batman.
kills people at several points. And, like, points that's not even really needed, Like, when he goes into the factory and just blows the whole thing up with people shooting at his car.
But yet he tries to save Joker. Well, he's not the Joker yet. He's Jack Napier. And he tries to save him. He tries to stop him from falling in the acid. But yet all these other people are just like, doesn't matter if this guy dies. He said blow him up in the factory. That one guy was on the bell when he was, like, hanging.
Yeah.
I could have said that was a, like, self-defense thing. He had no way up but to get him out of his way first,
So he threw him down a 50-foot drop straight down the middle.
I guess he did. At one time, Batman did kill. You do know that, right?
Yes, absolutely. And just being like, this is, it's darker than most of the superhero movies we see these days.
Oh, well...
Other than Deadpool. And Watchmen.
Yeah, Watchmen.
And all the rated R ones. I'm just saying,
Yeah. There's not too many, but... yeah, so I mean, this Gothic city, what I want to make comment about the city is it's a set. It's like, and it looks awesome. It's not like in the Nolan trilogy where it's like Chicago made up to look like Gotham City. this is like a set made to look like Gotham City, and it has that Gotham, everything, all the buildings are just extremely tall, and just have that that look to it. Like I said,
I agree with that. It's like very Gothic
and
looking.
that right there already it just sets the tone for the whole film. And that's something that's it's kind of like, I'm sorry, when I look around the Nolan one, it's like it doesn't look as impressive. Like there's definitely a lot more eye candy here than the Nolan movies.
Yeah, and a lot of tons of iconic scenes. The one where the Joker, he unbandages his face, and he asks for the mirror in the barber chair. He said, Simpsons did that.
Yeah, Simpson spoofed that.
I think I've seen it spoofed on other things as well. I just can't quite.
So many quotable lines as well. Besides from "I'm Batman," there's like, "Where do they get a load of me?" And it's like, "You ever dance with the devil in the pale moonlight?"
Where does he get all these gadgets?
Where does he get all his wonderful toys?
One of my favorites. This town needs an enema.
Yeah, that's also a great one. Jack Nicholson just knocks it out of the park.
Yeah, a lot of the
as
best
the
one-liners
Joker.
are the Joker's one-liners.
Oh, for sure. I mean, who else could bring this this psychotic villain to life on screen? But the guy who chopped through a door in The Shining and said, "Here's Johnny!"
I agree. He plays a very iconic Joker.
And he plays a nut. He played in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Yeah.
So that really, there's another crazy character that he played, so another kooky character, and yes, he does do it well. He's a psycho, he's killing people, and he's making jokes and laughing the whole time, right?
Yeah, but I think you mentioned earlier when we were watching the film, it's very important, is he's now the iconic Joker. The purple suit and the wacky, crazy attitude. Something different was done, you said,
yes, with Heath Ledger took over the role.
Yeah,
it was a very different Joker.
But even now, you go back to the new cartoons of Batman they're doing. It's the Jack Nicholson Joker from this, essentially.
It's not really the Jack Nicholson Joker.
Well,
I'd kind of say it's
but I mean, the more famous one from the comics.
Yeah, and that's what this one was kind of more based on.
I thought he did a great job of bringing out the Joker from the comics.
But then also, it's a little bit different because he considers himself an artist, and we also got, like you said, he did something else that we thought wasn't very Jokerish, which was to wear that skin-colored makeup to hide his white face.
Yes, he does it twice in the movie.
And we both we were kind of thinking, is that actually out of character for Joker? Because would he care?
But I feel like they had to do it the first time so you would understand it the second time when he does it for Vicky Vale. That's what I feel like. They had to show it once before, kind of with the mobster, so that, if he did appear...
That one I understand, because he was, trying to trick the mobsters and make them think that he was... Well, he wasn't, trying to trick them, but he was, just wanted to... Well, he came in hey, I'm not dead. You thought I was dead. Here I am, and I'm perfectly fine, right?
Yeah.
Even though all his skin is turned white and hair is green.
I guess, yeah, that also makes sense.
I don't know. That's my theory. I don't even know what else to say. I mean, how can you not love this Batman? This is the Batman that made all the other Batmans happen.
The best Batman out of the 4 that were made, right? I would say.
Out of the original 4. It's in my opinion, it is the best Batman.
Yes.
It's my favorite Batman.
Of all...
even the Nolan ones.
Oof. That's tough.
No, it's not tough. I don't give a shit.
Hey, that's your opinion. It's not better than I think...
Here's the thing. I know people. I'm gonna get hate for saying that.
Hey, that it's
because there's a lot of Nolan lovers on the internet, and yes, I love Nolan. I don't love Nolan. I like Nolan's movies because I really, really, really like Memento, and I do like what he did with Batman Begins and The Dark Knight. That's it. He's done some.
Dark Knight Returns.
I am not gonna say Dark Knight Rises because that was awful, and I'll probably get hate for saying that too.
No, I would agree. It's obviously the weakest of his trilogy.
Well, there's something to be said about the movies that we now have compared to what Tim Burton did, though. We've gotten so much more character development from other characters beyond Batman, though. We talked about Commissioner Gordon, right? He was one character that we not only seen just kind of skipped over in Tim Burton's version, but you go to Christopher Nolan's version, all of a sudden he's that much more on the forefront of what's going on in the city of Gotham, right? It's not Batman alone kind of tackling the city's problems. It's Gotham City, dealing with Batman and all their problems combined. it just so happened to be Commissioner Gordon, or as he became Commissioner Gordon in Nolan's films, it became more of a priority. I thought that was pretty well done. The only thing, though, I can understand, and I will agree, is that it was dark. For Tim Burton's version, that level of darkness that it needed to create the Batman character from its core element, that was definitely needed. And I think that's something that Nolan's movies had a harder time grasping. What it did tend to do, though, was ground the character. I kind of felt like they popularized the technologies that we have today and kind of threw it in there so to make it more believable. Whereas Tim Burton's version kind of felt like, even though it was on the grounds possible, even the Batcave, the scene of the Batcave kind of comes to mind. Of course, all the televisions were not, all high tech. It's like your average boob tube, as I might call it, but just mounted up in a variety of areas.
Yeah, it's not quite the supercomputer that we're used to seeing in the Batcave.
Yeah, absolutely. But even when you look at that, overall, it still looks like a high tech computer, like a supercomputer, right? So you had a certain flair about on how to create the animation Batman, but in movie form, and I think that was one thing I really loved as a kid, and still to this day.
I think they portrayed the Batcave really well.
And yeah, I think I made mention. It's like there's bats hanging. There's like bats hanging above his head. Like it's like all right.
I imagine he's searching stuff up like randomly.
Yeah, there's bats there too.
It's not like the first time he's in the Batcave. It's like the 5th time in. You've seen him that worked there before. He's just searching up some new stuff this time. There's bats in the background just hanging there.
Actually, back to the comment what you're saying about those monitors, Boo. You had a little comment while we were watching the movie. You're like, oh, how quaint. Rewind.
Well, clearly nowadays it's like the one thing you don't happen to see anymore is sitting there. So seeing someone sitting there and holding down on a button to rewind a ribbon. If I can simply say it. It's tape. Of course. That's why it's rewinding, right? Today we just hit a button and it skips, like it's something that you take for granted. But I love the fact that you can kind of point that out now. It's a generational
It is
thing,
funny because Batman's supposed to have all this great technology that's better than ours. You're like, oh look, he's rewinding a video. How cute.
Actually, what? I do want to comment on one thing that before I forget. What the fuck is up with Bruce Wayne in the middle of the night deciding, oh, I feel like hanging upside down? Why? Clearly, there's no answer to that. I understand he's supposed to be a bat in terms of character. I get that he's almost become more bat than he tends to admit to himself.
Yeah,
but not
really
literally. Weird. You might as well go out sucking blood in the middle of the night.
I want to say it's like some exercise or like some Zen meditation bull crap.
Well, that's the exercise machine that we see him hanging from. Okay, I get that part, but why the need to hang upside down in the middle of the night? Even Vicky Vale's wondering, like, whoa, where'd he go? Oh, he's over there, he's hanging. And now here I'm thinking in the back of my mind, hello, reporter, put 2 and 2 together. Hanging upside down, man. There's a guy around in the city, dressed around in the bats.
I want to get back to that in a second, but the hanging upside down, yeah, I agree. I think you're right, Lipp. I think it's like some sort of training thing or meditation.
I believe they say in the comics he can like meditate for 2 hours to attain a full 8 hours of sleep or something.
Oh, okay. So you're probably right. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know how he does it.
You're like that's probably the right answer. And but I think it was just an art choice for Tim Burton. Because I think there's really a couple scenes in here where they almost make Batman seem supernatural.
Yeah, a little bit weird.
You know what I mean? Like there's one part where he's getting shots fired at him, he doesn't even flinch, and it goes right by his head, and it doesn't even like phase him. And there's that one. Plus that one guy, he jumps behind him and for some reason he just falls through the floor behind. Another like kind of like goofy Tim Burton kind of humor kind of thing.
But I feel like Batman knew that was going to happen. Like he didn't even care, right?
It almost seemed that way, but I guess that's how you explain it, right? Batman just knew that part of the floor was weak and that guy was going to jump on through, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Might as well have a giant X on the floor. You know what, though? I kind of like to think that moment where, he fell through the floor almost accentuated the sense of humor, I guess, that Joker himself brings to the scene. So, of course, all of his goons have to be just as goofy, if I can use that word loosely. I don't think it was necessary. And I think it's like you guys said, it's almost like Tim Burton decided just to suddenly throw in that little bit of humor to kind of add something to the scene before he goes on to fight Joker, right? I didn't mind it. I don't think it was needed. It was out of place.
Well, it actually doesn't bother me because it goes with Tim Burton's style. I find he does have little things like that, just quirky little humorous scenes, right? Mixed in with his gothic, dark architectures and shadows,
Well, I guess what you're saying is he's almost like imbuing the cartoon-like characters into his movie, you know? Because clearly that's where I feel that sense of humor where the character falling through the floor is almost a little too cartoonish, you know? And if that's what you're trying to say, that's Tim Burton's style, I guess. You know, he does have moments.
Well, there's definitely like some parts, and not just the Joker parts, where it's just kind of like little corny things here. You know what I mean? But it's not like I don't find any of them are really that awful though. None of them like ruin the movie for me or the effect of anything.
No, and it definitely didn't ruin it. I'm just saying it stood out.
But actually, once again, I think Lipp's excuse is actually maybe what Tim Burton was trying to do.
He's just super hyper meditating upside down.
And well, no, also the floor
sleeping.
being like he must have known that part of the floor was weak. Obviously, Batman would know the guy is up there, right? He's like, this idiot's gonna jump through the floor.
He's got some hyper fifth sense. He knows everything around him, right? I kind of feel like that.
Well, he's a ninja. Something actually, like I was saying, was kind of neat to see was the way he was following Jack Napier around the Joker before he becomes the Joker in the chemical plant, where you don't really like see him. And also, you know, he's definitely very ninja-like here. One of the goons kind of tries to run away, and little do they know they run into the fist of Batman. He just does a little back punch, that iconic shot that you see Batman do, and that's been copied so many times.
Yeah, just the not even looking his way, backwards hammer fist to the face. Awesome shot. And I said I feel like another iconic Batman move is just like a strong kick to the chest. And you said like specifically when some guy pulls out two swords and he's doing this crazy, you know,
yeah, it tends to
sword
happen.
battle, and they just
Actually,
like
didn't
one kicks, like just stands there, the kick to the chest, guy's down.
There's actually even like they didn't do it so much in this one. There's actually one scene I believe in the Batman Returns and even Batman Begins where there's a guy who's like he literally doesn't even like try attack Batman. He's like swinging sword or a knife or something, kind of like showing off, and then he just boots him and he's like done with him, kind of like.
Yeah. So in this one, what do you do? Like the guy jumped and had knives on his foot. He just stood there, and then there was some projectile from his arm that came out.
That one was in. Yeah, he had it came from his like.
It looked like an extension
his
from
wrist.
his arm.
Yeah, it came from, like an extension from his wrist that just kind of knocked the guy out of the air, so that way his blade wouldn't get anywhere close to him. Right?
Yeah, the blade wouldn't reach, I guess.
Wow, but we could talk about this movie on and on and on, but it's time to review it, I think.
Best Batmobile ever. We didn't even touch the Batmobile. There's so many
I know, we haven't even talked about the Batmobile either. Well, we still got to talk about Bob Kane, so we're still not kind of done, but we should kind of try to wrap it up a little bit.
His gadgets, I don't know. His gadgets in this movie are so cool too.
And it's also where the grappling hook was really kind of the first time saw and used, like, really well.
I feel like, okay, the scene where they're in that chemical plant, and they're like, who is this guy? And he just throws down the smoke bomb, and then shoots up the grappling hook, and he takes off, and it looks like half like shit. And I feel like it's how Batman would actually look if I was Batman trying to, like, escape. I felt it was real. It felt real to me.
It did. Actually, you're right. That scene did was.
It's like he's not even really disguising the fact that he's going up through the ceiling. You can see him.
Yeah,
going
you clearly.
up. Just like I feel. It felt real.
I am the terror that flaps in the night.
There's so many great scenes.
I am Darkwing Duck.
Yeah, but best Batmobile ever.
Oh, it is. It is the best
one of
Batmobile.
Parts that I love about the Batmobile. He's gonna go through like a metal door. Two guns come up, shoot a straight line through the bottom.
Even the Bat.
So they can just like.
Even the
plow through
Batwing is awesome looking. It looks like the Batman symbol.
It actually does. It's the
and it's
vehicles
better.
in this movie are amazing.
They're actually a lot better than the ones in all the other movies. I mean, the ones in the Nolan trilogy are more realistic. But I mean,
Rumbler, I don't know. I
but
guess.
like I said,
Tumblr,
there's a lot more pretty things to look at in these Burton movies than there is the Nolan movies. There's some really drab backgrounds in the Nolan movies.
Yeah.
Doesn't really bring out the Gotham City and Gotham.
Yeah. No batarangs. Did you see a batarang?
Oh,
Yeah.
did he?
Well, he had the batarang that seemed to have it on a string. He would throw it.
Oh, to hook the guy's leg or something?
But that's a bola, isn't it? Or was it attached to a batarang?
That's his version of a batarang, is what I would recall. He had nothing that was a projectile that would stick as a blade. If that's
he did have the bola that he used at the end on the Joker and the Gargoyle.
Yeah, that was
a bola. He
a
had the grappling hooks. He also had the one that shot the pole to both sides of the room so you could escape. zip tie
Yeah, the zip
through the
line.
room.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to comment on that. That was the first time I think we've seen the official bat zip line kind of thing. Like, it just...
That zip line, patent pending.
Yeah. Where does he get those wonderful toys?
Yeah.
Kmart.
Walmart. Zellers.
What about the thing on his
Target.
belt that he just sets for the weight to pull him up?
That's like his grappling hook.
Yeah, part of the grappling hook. Well, but then he also has the gun one. Like, there's so many different toys. He then attaches that to the gun and gives it to Vicky Vale?
Yeah.
Love it. So many toys.
Oh man, I don't know what to do.
Give it a rating.
This is a great movie, and I'm debating between two ratings here, and I don't know what to give it. Oh, man. I naturally want to say I give it a 4.5, but I feel like it deserves a 5.
Just how much it's influenced the Batman
Not even just
series?
Batman, superhero movies.
In general, eh?
In general, like, Batman was the good superhero movie for the longest time. Like, there was, like...
It did set a benchmark for quite a few other movies that a lot missed, right? They didn't really.
Well,
get
let's
there.
face it, all those Superman movies are horrible.
There's not a single good one.
And, like, even when
Superman
I
2
was...
is the best one.
Yeah, it is the best one, which is probably the one we'll review. But I just remember even when I was a kid, I watched Superman, I'm like, this is boring. Like, how is the most powerful man on Earth also the most boring man on Earth? Makes no sense.
Here's Superman speed reading a book. I don't know.
And he's so crappy. He's like, oh, let's just beat him with kryptonite. Like, he's just... and he's so many weaknesses. He sucks. Like I said, okay, so I'm
excited for the next week.
I'm gonna stick with my guns. I'm gonna stick with my guns. I do believe this is my favorite Batman movie. I am gonna give it a 4.5. It probably deserves a 5, but just my heart tells me I gotta give it a 4.5. Just maybe, just maybe, we haven't seen the perfect Batman movie yet. But this is pretty damn close.
I will agree. I don't know if it's the best one. You know what? I feel like I should actually go back like later tonight and watch Dark Knight.
That's my second favorite.
Well, that's my current. What I think at least my current favorite is. But maybe I need to go back and rewatch it. But I'm gonna say right now, this is actually my second favorite Batman movie.
Okay.
I do love the Heath Ledger Joker, Nolan flick. I'm gonna give this Batman a 4.5 as well. I feel like you said, it's on the cusp of a 5, just because of how influential it is. I feel like, at least for me, it changed my childhood because then I grew up with Batman the Animated Series, which was amazing. That was a lot of my benchmark for like.
Me
Batman.
too. Everything I learned about Batman pretty much came from the animated series.
Yeah.
Boo. Give it a rating.
I kind of feel like I'm in the same spot as you two, actually. It does deserve a 5. I think the problem that we all have is that we've been subjected to newer versions of Batman and different aspects of
Better
it.
graphics.
Right.
Scenes that don't look like a guy throwing down a crappy smoke bomb and getting pulled up on a zip tie. But, yeah.
Well, here's the way I'm going to look at it. I feel like I will give it a 4.5 as well, only simply because I feel like it's I've been influenced too much. But I think I almost want to give it back a 5 because of one simple thing. It's more comparable to the animated series of Batman than any other Batman movie that has been made, due to the fact that they were trying to... the other ones, they were trying to make it more plausible. So this one here, I feel like it was more true to the core nature of Batman the animated series, right?
But Batman the Animated is inspired
after.
by this. It's inspired by this.
Well, whichever. I think what I'm trying to say is that they're very, very much related, right? So there's no distinguished.
And a lot of
I think
people
Paul
do
Dini,
say,
yeah.
a lot of people say that the voice for the guy, not only for the Joker, which is done by Mark Hamill in the animated series, not only is he the iconic voice for the Joker, that people think, a lot of people would consider, what's the actor's name that did Bruce Wayne's voice, Batman's voice in the animated series? A lot of people would consider that like the voice of Batman, you know?
Kevin Conroy.
Yes, Kevin Conroy,
there we
yes.
He, to me, is the voice of Batman. And, like, Bruce Wayne, too. He's got a soft Bruce Wayne
Yes,
voice.
very soft,
And then,
gentle,
like,
and then it's like,
It's
I'm Batman.
It's the perfect Batman voice.
And I can't even do it justice. He does it so well.
Absolutely.
because not only is it the raspiness, but it's also, I don't know what it is
It's
about
the perfect amount of raspiness.
It's just
and,
the perfect amount of pitch.
and tone to
Yeah.
make you're a little fearful. You're fearful.
And like you said, he does that very well. When he transitions over to Bruce Wayne, he's like very nice and friendly, and then
Absolutely. He, to me, is Batman's voice.
Kevin
Conroy.
And also, you know,
I still think Adam West does better.
ah, shit.
Nah.
So what did you say? Did you say 5 or 4.5?
No, I'm going to give it a 4.5.
Okay.
So 4.5 all around. Great flick. Highest rating, I think, ever combined.
You probably combined. You're probably right.
Kathy did throw it a 5, I think, one week, so it's not...
Well, we've said 5 before.
Have we?
Yeah,
I don't
like
know,
we've done Star Wars.
Oh, yeah.
So we've definitely said 5, because I've given Empire a 5. I would have
makes
given Empire a 5. Anyways, I got some facts on Bob Kane. And if you don't know who Bob Kane is, he is the person who's known for creating Batman. He was born Robert Kahn, October 24th, and he passed away November 3rd, 1998. He was an American comic book artist with writer Bill Finger co-created DC superhero Batman. He was inducted into the comic book industry's Jack Kirby Hall of Fame in 1994 and into the Will Eisner Comic Book Hall of Fame in 1996. He was born in New York City. He was actually a high school friend of Will Eisner, who is the guy who created The Spirit. He legally changed his name to Bob Kane. He studied art at Cooper Union before joining the Max Fleischer studio as a trainee animator in 1934. And in 1939, Bob Kane created Batman, inspired by a swashbuckler, Zorro, and also Leonardo da Vinci's diagram of the ornithopter, a flying machine with huge bat-like wings, and also 1930 film The Bat Whispers, based on Mary Reinhardt's mystery novel The Circular Staircase. Bill Finger helped conceive the character, and his inspirations were that of Lee Fox's The Phantom, a syndicated newspaper comic strip. Apparently, Finger also came up with Batman's civilian name, Bruce Wayne. Finger wrote the first Batman story, Bob Kane illustrated it. Batman debuted in 1939, Detective Comics number 27. The Joker was inspired by The Man Who Laughs, a 1928 movie based on a novel. And he passed away at the age of 83. He was survived by his wife, Elizabeth Sanders, who was an actress who appeared in 3 Batman films, and he had a daughter as well.
Well, I think we all have Bob Kane to thank for Batman, at least. And, as you said, Bill Finger, who actually doesn't really get mentioned, but wrote the first Batman story, so he actually deserves, quite a bit of credit. Bob Kane being the illustrator. So he's given us that iconic view of Batman, how we perceive him, but, Bill Finger gives the story.
Mm-hmm. Apparently he made a lot of changes to the character, even. Like he, I don't know if it was him or if it was his friend Will Eisner that helped him with some of the changes on the character, but I think it was Finger's most of the inspirations that he did. Like even the cowl, I think, was his idea. It sounds like a lot of his ideas.
And that's become iconic with Batman, the cape and cowl.
Yeah.
Know? A lot of times there's a comic where, I think it's the Joker's giving a, prize money to whoever can bring Batman's cowl to him.
I believe, yeah. Is that an animated episode?
Maybe. I think it's based on a comic. I'm not quite sure.
Okay. All right. Well,
something that maybe have happened. Who knows?
No. It sounds familiar. I think it's an animated episode, though.
It did absolutely happen, but I can't remember where.
All right. So with Batman vs Superman coming out, and you've heard our opinions about this movie, and I'm sure you all have your own opinions. Who do you think's gonna win? Who do you think deserves to win? Who's your favorite? Batman, Superman, Son of Krypton, or The Dark Knight? Leave comments below. Let us know.
Batman! Dave's wearing a Superman shirt right now.
Ah!
Boo!
Boo! Well, that is his name.
Glad I could help.
Superman shirt.
Yeah, what? Miles was wearing a Superman hat the other day. What's with you guys?
I have to create friction somehow here.
I should have worn my Batman shirt today.
Even though I will admit, Batman will always win.
Of course
Damn
he does.
right he will.
Too damn smart. Superman's stupid.
he's stupid. I don't like him. He has a big poo-poo face. Alright, so we really talked about Batman a lot. So let's do something that I've been waiting to do, which is the final showdown for movie quotes to see who is, once and for all, the movie quote champion. It's down to me and Boo. Lipp picked some really good, hard questions last time. Some people commented about it, you let me know, and I thought he would be perfect to host this one as well. Hopefully he's got some more hard ones for us to finally determine who our movie quote champion is.
Oh, I got some good ones in there, some tough ones, some easy ones, some that'll make you cry.
Cry?
Maybe not. Some that'll make you laugh.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
Alright, we got a few
So,
here.
I guess the first question is, are you ready? I said, are you ready?
The
All right.
movie quotes!
Wait.
Yeah, no,
Don't step on my moment.
Okay.
For the 3 people sitting at the table, and the dozens listening on YouTube.
I think dozens is exaggeration.
You mean in a bad way or a good way? Like, you think we have less than 12?
Yes.
No, people like us.
I think
For the
so.
dozens, let's get ready to movie quotes. That's right. All right, Lipp, you know what to do.
Read movie quotes.
My job is easy.
That's not too bad.
All right, maybe you should roll to see who goes first.
Why should
Rabbit's
I roll?
the-
You guys roll.
No, not you. Us.
Yeah, exactly.
Did I say you?
Well, I guess you could have been to Boo and not me.
Oh, I don't know. I'm confused. Maybe I thought I was hosting for some odd reason.
Just you.
The die 20 of destiny. 2. I am not winning this.
1.
What? That's a 7.
Oh, sorry. I thought it was a 1. Never mind.
Lucky number 7. Boo goes first.
Dave, you want some chocolate?
Jack.
Chocolate. Caramel flavor. Milk chocolate.
Oh, a chocolatette.
Chocolate.
Chocolate and chocolate. Get some chocolate and chocolate. Shoot.
You're in big trouble, little pal. I eat pieces of shit like you for breakfast.
Oh. All right, Boo, you're first.
Let's see here. Happy Gilmore.
That is correct.
So that's 3 points. Are you keeping track?
Yes. In my head. Okay, hold on. Next quote. What? Are you feeding him? Why don't you just kill him? I have a better idea. Why don't I put him in an easily escapable situation involving an overly elaborate and exotic death?
Oh, that's Austin Powers.
Yes, that is correct. International Man of Mystery, the first one.
I was waiting for you to ask me. I wasn't saying the second part until you asked me, so thank you.
Well, maybe I give that to you a little bit.
No, it doesn't
That's
matter.
good.
I was right anyways.
You were, yeah, I guess so. Who knows?
I was. I was. Trust me. That's the one I was thinking of.
Did I catch a niner in there? That's taboo. If you guys both can't get it, I can add a little more to the quote.
No, I'm gonna have to pass. Jay?
Is there a niner in there?
Did I catch a niner in there?
Did I catch a niner in there? A niner. I'm gonna pass. So what's the?
Okay, so more of the quote is, oh, you left a message? What number did you call? 956 7. What's that? You're trailing off there. Did I catch a niner in there?
Oh, I still can't figure that out.
I also don't know.
Oh, I'm actually surprised. That is Tommy Boy.
Okay. All right.
David Spade, Chris Farley.
Okay, all
I
right.
know.
Off the plane.
I know of the movie. I just don't know.
Great movie, but-
I don't know quotes from that movie. Actually,
Okay.
not. I know some quotes, but not that one. Obviously.
Anyhow, when I added the additional part of the quote, I misquoted.
The trailing off part I knew was.
I
coming.
just said you're doing a good job.
Well, I didn't have the additional part of the quote.
And even there was another time you hosted like, actually, I read it wrong twice.
Yeah, but the third time I nailed it.
All right. So whose turn is it? It's my turn.
Jay's turn.
And we're on question 4.
Yes, that's correct. I'm Dale, but you have to call me Dragon. You have to call me Nighthawk.
You have to call me Dragon. I'm Dale. You have to call me Dragon. Call me Nighthawk.
You have to call me Nighthawk.
Is this, God damn it, Starsky and Hutch?
No, that is incorrect. Did you get 3 points? No, eh?
Yeah, we're still tied.
We're still
Yeah,
tied.
okay.
Can you say it one more time?
I'm Dale, but you have to call me Dragon. You have to call me Nighthawk. I don't know if I think you guys have seen this movie. It's a comedy.
Okay. Trying to think of the name of the movie there for some odd reason. I'm gonna have to pass. I'm sorry, otherwise I'm gonna take forever.
Well, Step Brothers was the movie.
Oh, that's not what I was thinking. Okay.
Well,
Ferrell.
I was thinking of Will Ferrell, like because that's
Yeah.
the scene I was thinking of in Starsky and Hutch,
Oh, okay.
but I was wrong on the movie.
This is Dave. Okay, bit of an easy one here. I'm too old for this shit.
Oh, that could have been anything though. I've heard that a few times. Shit.
That's.
Ah.
I'm too old for this shit. It's pretty famous
Yeah, I know. That's why.
for a specific series.
Who said that?
Oh!
Okay, is it Lethal Weapon?
Damn it!
That's correct.
As soon as
I'm trying to think. Who can I see that saying
As
that?
soon
Is that
as
Danny
I
Glover?
figured it out, I was like, so
I'm
did he.
I'm thinking.
So that's 6, right? Because he got it on the first try.
Yeah.
Whew, okay.
6.
I gotta come up with another 3-pointer.
Okay. I'm gonna put my drama voice on here.
Oh, God.
In cryo, you don't dream at all. It doesn't feel like 6 years. More like a fifth of tequila and an ass kicking. Tommy was the scientist, not me. He was the one who wanted to get shot light years out into space to find answers. I can read it again. Want to listen to one more time?
Yeah,
Then I'll be
yeah,
asking- okay.
yeah.
In cryo, you don't dream at all. It doesn't feel like 6 years. More like a fifth of tequila and an ass kicking. Tommy was the scientist, not me. He was the one who wanted to get shot light years out into space to find answers.
I'm probably gonna be wrong, but I'm gonna say Alien.
No, that's incorrect. Boo?
There's like a tone of humor to the line, and I'm trying to think if that's the hint. I don't know why I'm not visualizing it. I'm gonna take another guess as well. Prometheus.
That's incorrect. I mentioned it earlier today. Avatar.
That was like my second guess. But yeah,
so
all
nobody got
James
that.
Cameron.
Nobody.
Wow, the one movie I try to completely block out of my mind. Thanks.
Block out. You don't like Avatar?
Okay.
They didn't have one-liners that I felt like they were one-liners.
Well, I felt like that was. I don't know. That's like towards the start of the movie, isn't it? And
All right, so I
Okay.
think Boo has first crack at this one.
Boo, first crack. You're up by 3 already. Wait, you could die. At least tell me your name. It's not who I am underneath, but what I do that defines me.
Kick-Ass?
No, that is incorrect.
It's Batman Begins.
That is correct.
Yes.
That is how she knows he is Bruce Wayne.
Tied.
No, that's not a line I remembered from being Batman. I'm sure.
That's a iconic line. That's the line he said as Bruce Wayne to her. So then that's how she knows he's Batman, actually.
That's like the with great power comes great responsibility line in Batman Begins.
Yes, essentially.
Yeah.
Okay.
I visualize it now.
So that's actually we're not tied. I made a mistake.
Yeah, you only get 2 there.
Yeah,
not 3.
because
So you're down by
I
1.
stole his, but I got a chance to get ahead here.
Yes. Okay. There are varying degrees of evil. We urge you lesser forms of filth not to push the boundaries and cross over into the corruption, into our domain. For if you do, one day you will look behind and you will see we three. and on that day you will reap it, and we will send you to whatever god you wish.
Okay, you need to reread that.
Okay? I'll tell you this. This is not the full monologue. It's much longer. This is the ending of it.
Okay.
There are varying degrees of evil. We urge you lesser forms of filth not to push the boundaries and cross over into the corruption, into our domain. For if you do, one day you will look behind and you will see we three. And on that day you will reap it, and we will send you to whatever god you wish.
Hey, no cheating, Boo.
No, hold on. Yeah, no, sorry, that's not exactly.
Oh, it's between one of the two, but I don't. Oh my god. I'm thinking of two of them, and I don't even know if I'm right. Because it could be a couple. Oh. I'm probably going to be wrong.
Okay, I need an answer.
Clash of the Titans?
That is incorrect. Boo?
Boondock Saints?
That is correct!
Damn it!
Boo steals for 2 points, bringing him to 8. Alright. It's now Boo's turn. Right?
By the way, I wasn't trying to cheat. I was.
No,
actually,
I was
I'm
making
I
a
know
joke.
what the quote was. I'm like, oh shit, what was the end of that? I wanted to end it there, but I'm like, no. It's not.
What? So you were cheating!
No, it's because I knew very well that the quote. Sorry. Anyway,
What's Boondock
I didn't even get
Okay.
that far actually.
Cheater. You tried to cheat and I caught you.
That was my mistake for pulling up the phone.
Okay. I feel like this one's almost too easy here. It's pretty close. But,
So you gave Boo all the easy questions, is what you're
well, no, it's not so. Okay. Okay, here we go. Pleasure to meet you, boys. You did a hell of a job. Thank you, Agent Zoyle. Please call me Lorenzo. Lorenzo Zoyle?
saying. Okay, I think I know what that's from, but I'm not. I don't.
Who said that? I remember hearing the line.
Sounds familiar.
Who the fuck said that? I feel like I should know that. I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to pass.
It's a comedy.
Okay, read it again, please.
Pleasure to meet you, boys. You did a hell of a job. Thank you, Agent Zoyle. Please, call me Lorenzo. Lorenzo Zoyle?
Comedy agent. You know what? I don't know.
Oh, Jpar, you're going to kick yourself in the ass. It's from Paul.
Ah!
Oh, you brought that up a while ago.
You did that intentionally!
Yes, I did.
Because
You
I guessed twice. I guessed Paul twice in two of the other ones, and I was wrong, and then you threw in a fucking Paul quote. Oh, damn it.
Too good. Okay. Last question is, I guess, to Jpar. And this one's actually kind of easy, which we might tie it up here.
Oh, I
We'll
hope
see.
so.
Snakes? Why'd it have to be snakes?
Indiana Jones.
Which one?
And
Oh.
wait,
Oh.
Raiders of the Lost Ark?
That was correct.
Oh, I was gonna say, don't get that wrong, man.
So I let you have the first one. First Austin Powers, I let that one go. But the Indiana Jones, I was not going to.
I was going to say International Man of Mystery anyway, so I watched that one like a week ago.
Okay.
Alright, so it's down to the final.
Wow, so once again, ladies and gentlemen, me and Boo have tied 8-8, and it's all going to rely on this question and maybe possibly the overtime question.
Did Boo also get a steal?
I think I had one.
I think he stole one from me, yes.
Yeah, okay.
He died Boondock Saints.
That's right. That's right. Okay. So with two
Alright,
questions
so
right
name.
each
So
and
we're
one
gonna name
steal
the
each.
movie and the actor, right? To eliminate possibilities.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, this is actually a bit of a tough one. I don't know if you guys will.
Do you have a backup one after this? You have an overtime question?
I can get one.
Okay.
Let's
do this one
I'll
first.
tell you this. There's a second quote within the same film to help you guys out if you.
Okay, so we'll do a second
Yeah,
time
if you
around.
need.
Okay. Okay, good.
Get busy living or get busy dying.
Wow, I do remember hearing that one.
If you guys both don't have a clue, I'll give you another Like, I thought it was a little too short, maybe.
That is a classic line, and I can't exactly pinpoint. Do you have an answer, Boo?
I have an idea.
Do you want me to give you guys a second quote from the same movie?
Sure.
If they ever try to trace any of those accounts, they're going to end up chasing a figment of my imagination. Well, I'll be damned. Did I say you were good? Shit, you're a Rembrandt. Yeah, funny thing is, on the outside, I was an honest man, straight as an arrow. I had to come to prison to be a crook.
Okay, is that's the same person saying that second line?
Well, you can't tell you that. That's
no.
It's two different quotes from the same movie.
Well, because if I'm putting an actor and the movie, well then.
Don't worry about putting an actor. Put the movie for now.
Ah, okay.
Can you read it one more time?
Okay, there's get busy living or get busy dying. And if they ever try to trace any of those accounts, they're going to end up chasing a figment of my imagination. Well, I'll be damned. Did I say you were good? Shit, you're a Rembrandt. Yeah, funny thing is, on the outside, I was an honest man, straight as an arrow. I had to come to prison to be a crook.
Yeah, I've definitely heard that.
Oh, I know. I should know this. And I know when I hear it, I will kick my own ass if I get it wrong, which I'm... damn it.
I think I might... God damn it. Now I'm forgetting the movie name.
It is the same character who says both those lines.
Okay.
But in the second one, there is a second character who says, well, I'll be damned. You know, I thought you were good, but you're a Reverend.
I know this fucking movie.
Well, I have my guess.
Oh, god damn it. I'm actually, this is pissing me off because I'm stumped, but I know this movie. God damn, you're a Rembrandt. Get busy living, get busy dying. Had to come to jail to be a crook.
You know, it's to do with prison. Something prison.
I don't think this is right. God damn it, but why do I want to put this?
Boo, can I take your answer over this way?
This isn't right. I'm gonna put down an answer because I have nothing else. But I'm pretty damn sure I'm wrong. Because I haven't seen the movie I'm putting down, but I'm pretty sure I've seen this movie, so that's what's making me.
Boo's answer was Sean Connery in The Rock.
Oh, okay.
That is incorrect.
Ooh, see, I thought I had something there.
Jpar wrote no actor in Dead Man Walking. That is also incorrect.
Oh.
The correct answer is Tim Collins in Shawshank Redemption.
Oh, the other one I was kind of thinking of. Damn it.
Very great film. Some people say it's their favorite film of all time. I know actually a couple buddies who say that.
How did I not remember that fucking line? Jeez.
They were tough movie quotes, guys.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess we need one more to settle this, right? Okay, here's what I'm going to do. Triple question.
Uh-oh.
Name of the movie. Actor who says it. Year the movie came out.
Oh, okay.
So here's the thing. If you guys both get the actor and the movie correct, whoever is closest
To the year. That's actually a
to
good
the year
idea.
will be the winner. We
That's
will
a
have a
good
winner
idea.
unless you guys triple guess correctly, or, you know.
Yeah, exactly. All right, do it.
And it's a pretty easy one.
Okay.
That's what I love about these high school girls, man. I got older, they stayed the same age.
Okay.
I love the date.
That's actually a good idea because that's not everyone knows that.
Yeah, and I have a feeling I've royally screwed myself over with this one.
All right.
I changed my year at the last second.
Oh, Boo has said Bruce Campbell, Ash vs. Evil Dead 2016. That
Yes!
is incorrect. Jpar said Dazed and Confused. That is the correct movie. Matthew McConaughey is the correct actor, and 1994 is 1 year off the 1993 release
Oh,
of Dazed and
wow.
Confused.
Never seen it.
Oh.
You've never seen Dazed and Confused? Oh my god, I thought that was an easy one everybody would get and it would come down to the year.
No, it wasn't a movie I quite.
I got one more quote for you. It'd be a lot cooler if you did.
That easy one wasn't quite so easy.
I guess not.
Because actually, the one that you'd said reminded me very much of what Ash said when he started to realize it. I don't know. I feel like it was that or something else that.
Boo, here is my problem with your answer. That's a TV show. This is Movie Quotes!
Whoa! So I...
It was
based off a movie.
Alright. That is correct. It is based off a movie. Several.
Thanks to Matthew McConaughey, which I thought I would never have to thank Matthew McConaughey, but I am. Today, I am going to thank Matthew McConaughey for being in Dazed and Confused because you have made me the Movie Quotes champion. Alright, so that's it for the show this week. I hope you guys had fun, because I know I did. So this is Jpar signing out.
This is Lipp signing out.
This is Boo leaving.
And remember, if you disagree with anything we say on the show, we promise nothing. Good night.
We
Promise nothing.
Promise nothing.
Promise nothing. Promise nothing. Promise nothing. Promise nothing.
No real facts. Nothing's true.
Promise
Probably
nothing.
Screwing up the song. We promise nothing.
All right.